Hello and welcome to VOP Business. I am Kayla Abraham. At the backdrop of sustained supply gap in Nigeria's foreign exchange market, Naira has hit a new low at the weekend, trading at 803.9 Naira to a dollar in the investors and exporters window, which is the official Forex market, and 822 Naira to a dollar in the parallel market. VOP Business Desk findings indicated a 6.6% decline in volume of dollars traded in the I&E window, as dealers stated that they were disappointed that the increase in supply they expected last week did not materialize. A week-on-week trend in the parallel market shows a 5.5% depreciation to 822 Naira to a dollar, as against 779 Naira to a dollar closing rate previous week. In the I&E window, the local currency depreciated 3.9% week-on-week to 803.9 Naira to a dollar from 776.9 Naira to a dollar the previous Friday. Now, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) and the electricity distribution companies DISCOs have concluded plans for a fresh public hearing on electricity tariff review. This is even as consumers and other stakeholders kicked against the move, arguing that it will culminate in increased impoverishment of Nigerians currently passing through very difficult times. However, the public hearing scheduled for Thursday, July 2023, is targeted at getting responses from stakeholders, including consumers, analysts, investors, planners, and human rights activists. Meanwhile, checks by VOP TV indicated that NERC has already completed its review of the proposal by the DISCOs, justifying the urgent need for the tariff review. It also showed that many stakeholders, especially households and manufacturers, have concluded plans to future and make presentations. And the World Bank has attributed the frequent building collapse in Lagos State to gaps and loopholes in the permitting process and the use of unqualified professionals in the design and construction of buildings. It also listed the absence of a legally adopted building design code, limited land available for development, and lack of systems to ensure the quality of construction materials, as well as other reasons buildings cave in regularly in the state. The bank revealed this in a report on housing regulatory framework standards in sub-Saharan Africa. According to the bank, only about 10% of construction sites obtain permits, and even when permits are obtained, final construction can still deviate from their requirement. A report by Lagos State branch of the Building Collapse Prevention Guild early this year revealed that 115 incidents of building collapse occurred in the capital city in the last 10 years. According to the bank, as a result of a failure in regulation, building collapses occur during the rainy season due to construction on inappropriate sites and floor damage to foundations and structures. It also stressed that the Building Control Authority was under-resourced and lacked adequate transportation and equipment to carry out effective site monitoring and inspection. To resolve this, the World Bank proposed collaboration between the government and private sector, as well as bottom-up outreach to inform communities about the risk associated with low-quality construction and design. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria has stated that it recovered 471.82 billion naira as cumulative repayment from the bank's intervention programs in the first half of 2022. According to the Apex Bank's half-year report for 2022, the recovery rate rose by 67.3% from 282.3 billion naira in the preceding half of 2021. The bank issued credit facilities as part of its development finance interventions in the critical sectors of the economy to improve access to credit, ensure price stability, and support job creation and economic recovery. However, repayments by beneficiaries had been a difficult task, forcing the bank to take extra measures. On its beneficiaries, the report stated that a total of 240 projects, including on state-based projects, and 95,091 individuals and businesses benefited from 17 intervention programs by the bank in the review period. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria (MAN) has decried ongoing moves to displace local meter manufacturers and assemblers in the second phase of the National Mass Metering Program. Director General of MAN, Mr. Segun Ajayi Kadir, disclosed this in a statement reacting to the government's implementation process of the NMMP Phase 2 World Bank-funded supply of 1.2 million smart energy meters. According to him, the move poses a grave danger to the power sector and would drastically reduce the job opportunities that would be created by engaging local manufacturers. He stressed the need to guard against a repeat of the scenario in 2012 when local manufacturers were sidelined, which resulted in the supply of substandard meters by foreign companies. Ajayi Kadir further stated that in keeping with the federal government's backward integration policy and the advent of the NMMP intervention, manufacturers have made huge investments in expansion of manufacturing capacities and trained highly skilled workforce to meet the demands of the power sector. The MAN Director General stated that the subsisting Executive Order 003 on patronage of made in Nigeria products, which gives priority consideration to local businesses, should be adhered to. The federal government is leaning towards tackling the hardship caused by the removal of fuel subsidy with a twin agenda. This includes the provision of palliatives to cushion the effects of the removal of subsidy and 200,000 Naira minimum wage put forward by Labour. This might set Labour and organized private sector on a collision course with the federal government as their processes at arriving at minimum wage, which the government is not following at the moment. It was also learned that the absence of a Labour minister to drive the negotiation process might further compound the issue. It will be recalled that the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress demanded this figure against the current 30,000 Naira minimum wage, which they described as too meagre to mitigate effects of fuel subsidy removal. And that is all on VOP Business and VOP TV. We would like you to subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It is Voice of the People TV, and on other social media platforms at VOP TV Live. I am Kayla Abraham. Thanks for watching.